all know that America is made up of different cultures. Do you believe that it's a patchwork nation where it's different cultures all patched up together, or do you think it's more of a blending of different cultures to make this like super culture, I guess?
I think it's a little bit of both. You might have, take me for example. I have very diverse friends, but I also try to find more out about my background and my heritage and everything like that. So I think I think America is both patchwork and America. I think it can be both actually. I think it's better like that instead of being either or.
From the past, we've evolved in terms of like integrating people. I mean, we have iconic people like Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela, who was able to unite different races and different cultures together. Do you believe that we still have a long way to go to reach our ideal integration, or do you believe that where we are right now is adequate?
Yeah, I know in Africa, Nelson Mandela, he was the guy who, well, not completely ended apartheid, but he was one of the main guys. Like in Africa, if you go back today, you'll see the black side of the community where they live in these like townships where their houses are like pretty much a box, and people are walking all around, and they're mostly the African American races that are like that, and the other races like the Indians and Muslims too. So a lot of them, people, just because you hear like of Muslims, they bomb something up and you think all Muslims are bad, but it's not always like that.
I'm not satisfied with it because, I mean, like, just take me for example again. I can go on another side of town and they're looking at me like, hey, what is this black kid doing here? You know what I'm saying? But they know nothing about me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think we could ever be satisfied enough to a point, because we've tried and tried over again to reach this perfect civilization where nothing like this, like racism and hatred and all this doesn't exist, but we've yet to come up with this ideal place.
It's not just the neighborhoods, it's school. Like you look at lunch,
Yeah.
You have like
completely
a black section, you have a white section, and I mean you have a little integration, but I mean it's mostly it's like they're sticking with their own color, and I don't see how that's any kind of integration. I mean, sure, we go to the same school, but why can't we all kind of sit mingled together? But
do you guys think that it's up to the youth, or our generation, to sort of be the driving force?
Yeah,
I mean, we're the ones that are going to inherit the change.
Look at adults now. Most of them, they have what they think instilled in them. They have one opinion or the other. Most grandparents, I mean, I know my grandparents, I hate to say it, but they can be kind of racist just because they lived back in, 50s and 40s and stuff like that. And I mean, that's just what they grew up around. And we're growing up where everybody is equal. So if we can kind of instill that in generations to come, maybe we could slowly change it by just...
It would be easier for us to influence others than just, the older people, because, I mean, they're kind of set in their ways, and we are a little bit more impressionable than
that's the same thing.
Other age groups.
My grandparents have the same issue. When they come here from Africa, like, they're not completely racist, but they're like, towards like a certain color of person, they're a little bit more racist too.
If you guys could improve how things are, how would you go about that?
It's about action.
Yeah.
Like the little
The
actions are louder
Yeah.
than words. And I mean, you can tell somebody as much as you want, we're all equal and all that stuff, but they're not going to do anything unless they see you doing what you're talking about.
I think we should really try our best to make these actions happen.
Not specific. Got the map, not with it. Ask a man, please point us to the river.